Reese, who's going to talk about those winds.
Yeah, that's right, Hattie. I know you mentioned the visibilities have gotten better. So have the winds compared to what they were earlier this morning. Wind speeds right now coming in at about 5 to 6 miles per hour. So they've increased just a little bit over the past 30 minutes or so, but still fairly consistent in terms of what I'm measuring right here at this spot. Now, elsewhere, some of those wind speeds have been sustained upwards of 10 to 12, maybe even 20 miles per hour, depending on where you are. Now, we've had some pretty high wind gusts, especially overnight. Some of those wind gusts came upwards of 25 to even 35 or 40 miles per hour closer towards Milwaukee. And we're going to continue to watch the wind gust as we go through the afternoon. Here's the problem, especially once winds pick up later on today. We've got about 5 inches of fresh powder on the ground right now. And here's the deal. There's deeper powder as you work your way over just a little bit. So this is our snow pack here. And that snow pack, at least in this spot, is just under 10 inches. And that is all powder. I can move this around, and that just is ready to blow in the wind. So as we get more wind this afternoon, along with an additional couple inches that's going to fall on top of this, that's going to blow that snow around and create problems for the afternoon commute as well, even after snow comes to an end. And so that's one of the problems with these dry, fluffy, powdery snows. They blow around easily. And folks, those wind gusts are going to continue really into Wednesday as well. So once that wind kicks up this afternoon, we're going to be dealing with that wind for quite some time, creating blowing snow as well for quite some time. And be careful of that, because that can still lead to slide-offs. In fact, there's a car that has slid off the road just to my left over here, and I'm sure that there is more of that on the roadways. Josh Sprider, what have you been seeing out there?
Hey, Chris, good morning. So far, people seem to be taking it pretty slow out here on the roadways. We'll give you a closer look. We are heading west on the Beltline right now, approaching the Park Street exit. You can actually see the lane we're in has a little bit of a clear stretch to it, but yet it is still slick out here. We've seen a lot of plows out trying to catch up. The good news with this little break in the snow, it came at a good time right before the morning rush, so crews are able to get out here and start working at the roads. The problem is, as we heard from the city and county officials yesterday, that because the temperature is so low, the salt and the chemicals on the roadways aren't going to do the work that they need to do in order to clear them off. So we're going to be dealing with these slick conditions as we go on. Again, we're moving around 30, 35, 40 miles an hour out here this morning, but the roads are snow covered. Remember, we have seen a few crashes throughout the morning, a few slide-offs, as even Chris was mentioning. If you do happen to find yourself in a crash or in a sliding off into the ditch, stay in your car, call for help, and be patient. Obviously, emergency crews are responding to a lot of people right now. We've seen a lot of lights out here so far this morning. Also, make sure your car is good to go. Make sure you have a full tank of gas. Make sure you have all of the clothing necessary if you were to get stuck somewhere. And also have plenty of windshield washer fluid. We've been using a lot this morning as that precip tends to freeze up on our windshield. And most importantly, officials are telling you just be patient and be kind to one another. We're all trying to get to our destination in a safe manner, so that's the best way to do it if you do have to go out. Of course, a lot of officials are encouraging people to stay home, a big reason why many schools are closed out here today. So we will continue to monitor these conditions going into your morning rush. We'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Madison, not the only place dealing with bad roads. Looks like travel is not advised on the interstate north of Portage, so keep an eye out no matter where you are. Josh Sprider and Chris Reese reporting live for us this morning. Thank you.
So as you can imagine, air travel is not going to be easy today.